Well, it's the cutting room floor. This is one of my favorite segments. I look forward to having this time every week with you. What we do here is we take elements that didn't make it into the message, but I think they're still key components to that overall truth. In our series, My Faith, we looked at My Faith Pursues, and we looked at the different personality types and what warrants a quiet time. How do we come into the presence of God? This is important because when we come into His presence, we're changed. We're actually transformed. And that's what we're looking for. But that's not the end game. What's important is why we need to come into His presence, and then what do we do once we're transformed? And that is, we come into His presence, we get our identity, but then we also get our marching orders. We get our identity, but then we also discover our purpose and our calling. We come in and we receive, but now we're called to go do. And that's going to be the second phase. You know, it's easy to get stuck on either side. There's an old saying that says, for every 1 mile of country road, there's 2 miles of ditches. And it's easy to get off in a ditch. Either this, we pursue the presence only, and we don't get activated into our calling. And what that can mean is we can chase after one experience after another experience, but it doesn't change us. Or we can kill ourselves doing things for God without ever being with God. And this is the message that Jesus is sending to the church in Revelation chapter 2:2. He goes, I know the good deeds you've done. And he starts listing all these incredible works, how you would not tolerate wickedness, how you would discern who was a false prophet, how you would serve and minister. But this is how he ends. You did a lot, but this one thing I hold against you. You have fallen from your first love. And so what Jesus is trying to teach us here, and what this whole series is about, it's about establishing a rhythm in our life. That we first want to come into the presence of God, but the other side of that rhythm is once we've come into His presence and it's transformed us, then we go out and we be the light into the world. We become doers of the word. And so that's where we're going to be picking up next week. The first thing I want you to do is to find your path by your personality to come into the presence of God, so that we're not just following a bunch of rules and doing behavior modification, but we're coming into the presence of God with our quiet time to be transformed, but for this purpose, to then go out and to make a difference. God bless you guys. Looking forward to connecting again. If you like this, just share this with other people, drop a comment, and I'll be sure to respond.